all of my debt. Debt, not fun. Adulting, not fun. Don't think it's really for me, if I'm being honest. So if someone would like to take that card from me, I'm happy to give it to you. But I actually have partnered with a really awesome company called YREFY. And for those of you that have student loan debt, first off, I've said it should be illegal from day one. We should not be penalized for getting higher education. But if you do have a private defaulted student loan, YREFY actually helps you to refinance it for less than 6%. So let's build that credit up. There's nothing hotter than good credit. So let's build that credit up. Let's refinance with YREFY, and you're one step closer to your tropical vacation.
So this is one of the things that are behind this.
Benjamin Netanyahu to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Bibi would do a great job.
I appoint Jeffrey Epstein to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Jeff would do a great job.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
So for a lot of people, they have been wondering why Turning Point USA wants to ram this AI down everybody's throat and try to trick us into thinking that Charlie Kirk literally endorsed Erika Kirk to be the next CEO. And I always like to talk about the why. The why is actually for YREFY. See what I did right there?
Yeah.
So we found, well, actually, Allie and Chris found the why. The why stands for YREFY, the PSYOP, because we always wanted to know, why is it so important for Erika Kirk to become the new CEO? It's YREFY. So shout out to Allie Top Files and shout out to Chris. Y'all already know I got so much love for these two. So I was like, yo, let's go live. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So everybody say hey to Allie and Chris in the chat. And also drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. And can y'all like just break down this PSYOP that y'all explained to me on the phone a minute ago? Because we were talking about this event and all these different things, and this woman coming up on the stage, well, not in the stage, she comes up in a crowd and says, "You PDF protector."
Yeah.
It's so much bigger than that. So can y'all just break that down and we'll get into these videos?
Well, I just wanted to see her event. I didn't know if she was going to be showing up at all, Erika Kirk, right? So
Yeah.
I looked at Chris. I go, should we go live on this, like live while they're live on our live? And then we did. And she showed. And as soon as the intro came in, it was Charlie in the background.
It was literally the video that Candace had been looking for.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was clipped apart and it looked very weird how it was edited. But that's what Candace has been calling for from Blake Neff for what, the last 60 days? And that is the number
that is on her screen, where it'll be a number. And at first I was like, what is this number? It was the number of days that went by where she's waiting for Blake Neff, the little cornball on the Charlie Kirk show, to play the actual video. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so then I clipped it right away and I posted on X, and I thought that that video was more relevant than the heckler.
Yeah.
But the heckler one went viral and Candace reposted it. But that's how it all started. But before all that, I wanted to see if her event had the YREFY on the backdrop. I was waiting for the sponsors, and I looked up the event. It was all weekend. It was running from the 5th to the 7th. And yes, they were the sponsor there. And the woman that you just played in the clip there, she was one of the woman speakers
at the conference.
Savannah Chrisley.
Yeah. So originally originally we were actually prepping to do a show about YREFY because it had been covered by a podcaster about 6 or 7 months ago, but we stumbled into additional information, which sort of was making us believe that allegedly they were spending more than they were making. And we started to really sort of dig in and see, okay, who's sponsoring you? Who are you sponsoring? Who are you giving your money to?
Yeah.
And who are you backing?
Right.
And then this came up, and then we realized we put some connections together for companies, LLCs, and then the influencers that YREFY pays to support them are there at the women's conference speaking.
Yeah.
And it was just sort of an accident that it came up like this. And then we were like, holy smokes, these are really, really connected companies.
Rabbit hole.
Right.
And we go from YREFY and Salem Media and Waterstone, and we can get all into that because it's just like a tangled web of information.
And for Aaron's viewers, believe it or not, Victor Marx is actually connected and wrapped up in this as well. And I don't know if you've been following the story about Victor Marx, but
Victor
he's
Marx
involved in this as well, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're putting all of this together. Go ahead, Allie.
Yeah, and the reason why I went down this rabbit hole is because of the rebranding of the Charlie Kirk show. And I don't think anybody noticed because I asked a whole bunch of people, some like YouTubers, and they said, I didn't even notice this. So if you look at the Charlie Kirk show, just started, Salem Media and Waterstone took over in May 12th, 2026. And I was already looking April because YREFY is connected to Salem Media and the radio because YREFY, my brain is going crazy. YREFY pays Larry Elder $100K a month, and he runs the Larry Elder show for Salem Media. So it's all connected. But the Charlie Kirk show, when I just watched it recently, June 2nd, it said, "Welcome to YREFY Studios."
Yeah.
The microphone.
Yeah, and that's something that they've never ever said in the beginning of the show. They just go, "Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. You know, I'm Andrew Kovat. Here's Blake Neff. Blah 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 blah." Right. So now they're actually saying that in the opening of the show, which basically means you're not doing that unless someone's paying you. Right. You're not going to shout people out like that on a professional corporate level unless you're making something off it.
Yeah.
Right. So that led us to think that maybe since YREFY became the main sponsor for the Charlie Kirk show, that maybe they invested into renaming the studio. It makes sense, right? And you know, it's not really a conspiracy, right? Like you can sort of reasonably connect those things, and it makes sense from a business point of view, right?
Yeah. So let's play this video and then let's go from there, because you both just came upon something so much bigger than I even paid attention to. All right, so let's pay it.
It's a girl that is currently on a tropical vacation, and that is because I have started chipping away at all of my debt. Debt, not fun. Adulting, not fun. Don't think it's really for me, if I'm being honest. So if someone would like to take that card from me, I'm happy to give it to you. But I actually have partnered with a really awesome company called YREFY. And for those of you that have student loan debt, first off, I've said it should be illegal from day one. We should not be penalized for getting higher education. But if you do have a private defaulted student loan, YREFY actually helps you to refinance it for less than 6%. So let's build that credit up. There's nothing hotter than good credit. So let's build that credit up. Let's refinance with YREFY, and you're one step closer to your tropical vacation. So go to YREFY and refinance your defaulted student loan debt today. I promise you won't regret it. I mean, come on.
We're here at the
So here we go right here. And for those who don't know or don't remember, YREFY was all over the backdrop in the tent where Charlie Kirk got shot. So if you guys put a 1 in the chat if you are aware or remember how the backdrop had YREFY all over it. And one of the guys that was actually tending to Charlie Kirk when he was on the ground was one of the spokespeople for YREFY. So this guy or this company has been around when Charlie Kirk was alive. So it isn't anything new, but we got to find out the who, what, when, where, and why.
And she was, and she was just at Savannah Chrisley. This one here in this video was at the Her event speaking. She was one of the speakers, and her parents run a show called Julie and I forgot the dad's name, Chrisley Show. They were pardoned by Trump.
Yeah. So
pardoned by Trump. Okay.
Yeah. So the other thing is here, like she's saying, oh, I have to pay down my debt, this and that. Her family's rich. Like she never had that. Like her family's rich. She's an online personality with how many followers? Like
3.1 million.
Yeah. So she's doing very well. I doubt she ever had any school debt with a rich family who does very well in business. She's a very successful social media personality / influencer.
Yeah.
So that's just odd in itself. It's almost like you're talking about something that you actually haven't experienced. Like you haven't had a hard day in your life. Like,
right.
Try growing up in the ghetto and then trying to make your way just through that and then get through your schooling without mommy and daddy giving you the handouts or the bailouts, right?
Yeah.
So we saw this and we were laughing. We're like, honey, you haven't known a hard day's work in your life.
Yeah.
In your whole life. Yeah. All right, so let's keep going.
We're here at the YREFY studios and
yet my microphone remains flagless. What's the
well, I'm gonna call the folks at YREFY, see what we can get done for you, Blake.
So as you can see right there, YREFY. Where's my YREFY flag? It's an actual thing.
Flagless.
What's the
well, I'm gonna call the folks at YREFY, see what we can get done for you, Blake.
Hi folks, I'd like to tell you about YREFY. Let's start with the facts. Yes, it's true. YREFY investors earned fixed rates of return with options ranging from 1 year at 6.
I forgot about the music on this.
6.5% to 5 years at 10.25%. And it's true. Your interest is compounded daily. You're paid monthly, and there is no early withdrawal penalty against your initial principal investment. When you invest with YREFY, you have the freedom to turn your investment income on or off, compound it, whatever you choose, because your interest is fixed. Your monthly statement will contain no surprises.
So one of the things that I want to reiterate is Charlie Kirk was a part of YREFY. So if YREFY turns out to be something negative, Charlie Kirk 1000% was a part of it. And nobody can turn around and say, well, Charlie Kirk didn't know about YREFY. He was so busy doing all these events. No, he did a commercial for these damn people. So as we delve into YREFY, Charlie Kirk was dead set in the middle of YREFY and whatever it is they were doing.
Absolutely. Like he was taking money for the advertisements. Like the information we found out, he was getting $12,500 just for a small bit like that. And we also find it odd because allegedly, like Charlie was not for student loans. He wasn't for college and all that stuff. So in this video, you hear him talking about the other thing that YREFY does. It's not only student loans, but investments. So we're wondering in the beginning, like when they approached Charlie, how did they sell him on this? Because he wasn't even about school and debt and blah, blah, blah. And then we see
against it.
Yeah. So it's very bizarre. So somehow they talked him into it and paid him for it. And they became a sponsor of his company. So that is very unusual. And we're probably going to have to dig into that a little bit more. But it's just very odd.
So altogether, YREFY is meant, from a negative standpoint. I don't want to just, trash them or whatever, but altogether, they're putting students in a position where they can refinance their student loans and pull money out of it, because a lot of people who have gotten student loans who are in college, of course, are broke, right? And they have trouble paying it back. So they're just like, okay, so work with YREFY and we'll give you a certain amount of money up front where you can pay your bills, you can buy food, you can do whatever you need to do, so you won't be this broke college student. And then after you graduate, you'll pay us back instead of the college back. So now you got the college loans that have their own interest rate, but now on top of that, you have YREFY that has their own interest rate. So it's almost like refinance your student loan and pay us, and we'll pay your student loan for you. But the problem with that is, just like one of those payday loans or title max, when you give them your title and then now they own your car if you don't pay them back, you could turn around and end up in trouble with the government if YREFY did not pay your student loan the way they said they was going to pay it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So now you owe YREFY and the government instead of just the government.
Absolutely. And YREFY does this with like all their students, right? So they go in, buy out your debt, make a deal for you, and then you pay them, just like you just said. But they're doing this with thousands of students, right? Where are they coming up with all this money to keep just throwing that out in advance with no guarantee of return? Because they do this for, exactly.
Because
they do
they're
this,
a new company too.
Yeah, they're a new company, and they're doing this for students that are defaulting or going to default.
Yes.
So if somebody has $100 grand in debt, somebody has $100 grand in debt, they come in, they pay off that $100 grand, they renegotiate the interest, whatever, and now they're just hoping you pay them back. Well, if you're doing that with so many students around the United States, you're dumping out a lot of money in advance.
Where's the money coming from?
Like, that's
so
a
the
lot,
thing about it is, I'm glad you said that, Chris. This is not just for normal everyday students. These are for students that are having trouble paying their student loans back. So it's even worse. It's literally like a payday loan or a title max. Is when you have no other options and you have no money. So they're literally putting young people in a position who have no money. They're already having trouble and they're putting them in more debt. And Charlie Kirk was a part of this. But like Ali just said, where are they getting all this money from? Well, I don't think they're paying the student loans off in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think they're in debt with the college, and they're in debt with YREFY.
Yeah, and they're paying influencers. And like I told you, there was a lawsuit 5 months before Charlie passed away, and they settled it for $780K.
Yeah, and they
for
were
misuse of influencers. For misuse.
Wait, so who settled the debt with who?
YREFY settled the debt with the state
Of Massachusetts, Commonwealth.
Okay.
Yes. So because I believe the people and the transactions were done there, it became a state lawsuit, from what I understand. So when they settled, they had to pay back the actual state, not individual.
Okay. And real quick, to the new people coming in, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Who is in here with us? And on top of that, have you ever seen, because some of y'all may be going to college now, have y'all seen these YREFY billboards? Have any of you in the chat took advantage? Well, not took advantage of. Use YREFY yourselves? Let us know in the chat. Have y'all ever heard of YREFY?
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Because this is a real thing, and some of you may have gotten taken advantage of by this freaking company. And before we move on to the next thing, quick commercial break.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, so let's keep going.
YREFY investors earned paid monthly, and there is no early withdrawal.
Alley Top Files, y'all got the card. Have y'all played the card game yet? Have you played with your daughter yet?
Remember what I said? I'm giving this to her on her birthday.
Yeah.
And it's in October.
Yeah. So we have to wait a little
I
bit.
have to wait a little bit, but yeah, I want to surprise her with that.
It's burning a hole in her pocket.
know.
She actually's been like, should I just do it now? It's a good time this weekend. She's like, oh, but I said the birthday. So she's got this thing right now where she wants to give it to her sooner, but is trying to save it for her birthday.
I want her to be in a good mood when we do it. When we play it.
Well, it's gonna put her, I promise you, it'll put her in a good mood because y'all already have a good relationship. This is only gonna make it better.
Yes. Okay.
I wish I would play it now, but I get it. You gotta wait for the birthday. I got it. All right, so let's keep going.
Do well by doing good.
So y'all want to break this down? This guy?
These not the guy, but
these are like the things that you sent me, the pictures and the articles and stuff. So go ahead.
Yeah. It's not the president. The president is Ken, but that's just one article. So Waterstone agrees to buy Salem Media, and Salem Media is connected to the Charlie Kirk Show. Salem Radio is connected to the Charlie Kirk Show. Did you want to
Yeah, so I just got some stuff that I can read out quickly. And we also know that Salem got pretty exposed recently for some of their connections to some pretty shady people. But Waterstone ended up putting in an offer in May to buy them for $1 per share. And I am reading here that was a minus 250% premium, taking the Christian and conservative media company private. The deal is expected to be finalized in August of 2026.
Okay.
So that is very unusual that you're willing to sell for a minus 250% premium on your shares.
Mm-hmm.
So they took a loss selling out to Waterstone. And I'm almost wondering, allegedly, if that was because of the heat they got taken, they had to take for being exposed with their connections over the last few months, because a lot of people covered that. I believe you covered it too. So that's just very weird that you feel like the company was forced to sell out for a lot less than they were worth.
Yeah.
Well, I think some companies end up, I think a lot of companies, they start off in the red, right? And they look to get investors in and, and start finding a way to get a return. But just like the data centers, sometimes nobody knows how they're going to make the money back, but it's so much of a big idea. They just jump out in the water and just start swimming, right? So,
yeah.
And a lot of times with these companies, once they get to the point where they realize like, all right, we're not going to be able to make a profit because this model isn't necessarily being accepted by the public. And then you have to sell before it gets worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a lot of different aspects to this. And it could be what you guys said, or it could be simply a model that just isn't working. And another company comes in knowing that it isn't working. They go in and buy with, on a clearance rack and say, let's take it over. I'll bail you out of this situation that you're drowning in. We have more money and we have more of an idea or a vision for where the Charlie Kirk Show can go or this can go. And they just come in and buy like off the clearance rack.
Yeah. And you want to know what it's looking like? That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
Like whether this was some kind of intentional misuse of funds, or it was, like you said, just a poor business model.
Yeah.
It appears that Waterstone recognized that and jumped in, and they pretty much cleaned them out. Like if you're selling at a minus 250% premium, that's kind of brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Waterstone is connected to Victor Marx.
Yes.
As well.
And we did a show a little while ago where Salem Media is also connected to Angel Media.
Yes.
And Angel Media is supposed to be a Christian/religious streaming service. And that's connected through Dinesh D'Souza, who left Salem after they got exposed and is now exclusively working on Angel Media. And some of his, like this is a whole nother rabbit hole we won't go down.
Like the Tim Ballard movie was out with Angel.
Yeah. But basically, it's turning into our friends overseas propaganda for religious purposes style programming that's coming out of there. And so now that company, Angel Media and Salem Media, are now all under the umbrella of Waterstone.
Yeah.
So, new. This is all really recent. You can see it says May 12th, 2026.
Yeah. And some of these companies, they kind of want to fail because say a conglomerate has 5 different smaller companies, right?
Yeah.
And one of them does well. If they have one that does well, they need at least one of these other companies to do badly. You know why? So they can write it off in order for them not to have to pay so many taxes on the part of this company that's doing well. So they go in and then now one is not doing well and one can kind of like offset, like a failure can offset the success of something else. And then it puts them in a position where they pay less taxes. A lot of companies want the thing that they invested in to do badly because of the tax benefit of that. So that's another thing also.
Number one, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me see what this says. So is this worth reading or no? Y'all want to read this or because I just added this to
so this is Waterstone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I can read some of this out, Aaron.
Go ahead.
Over 6 months ago, we issued a report on YREFY LLC, a private student loan debt refinancing company. So I guess since it's private, this is after the merger.
Yeah.
That also promised investors collateralized investment opportunity. So they're trying to attract investors, most likely to be able to have the money to pay this stuff out. It seems like they have to survive on investors, which is not a great business.
Not a good thing at all.
No way, man. We sent our findings to regulators and followed up with 1 minute on fraud social media segments. Following in the footsteps of the NRIA case, it says a $600 million regulatory real estate fraud that aired on television, including Fox News channel. YREFY LLC has secured high-profile television pitchmen like Charlie Kirk and Larry Elder, who we've already talked about on this stream.
Right.
Great men with above reproach character who are being used as those who perpetrate financial fraud know. Independent proof of profitability is scarce, and the ability to produce such proof is often prohibitive. To take it from me, obtaining 3 years of audited financials was tantamount to the early release from federal prison. And then there's just a little bit more here. Instead of these companies rely on inputted credibility between September 2022 and December 2024, the state of Massachusetts reports that YREFY spent $5.4 million on national television, ad buys, and other sources.
How?
That's the end of that document. And it seems like they constantly, in order to be able to keep funding students and paying these influencers off, to keep promoting themselves, and to also be a sponsor for Turning Point. It looks like they are constantly needing to approach investors in order to keep this half-broken cycle going. Because if the investors stop, how are they going to pay their influencers? How are they going to go and then buy these debts off of students?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they're not getting as much back as it looks like they're putting out. Right? So that's just the math isn't really mathing very well.
And when you have a new company, it's usually you pinching every penny. You're not they were just blowing it right off the get-go.
Yeah. With the assumption possibly that because the influencer is influential, that it will bring them back a return,
Maybe.
You want to know what? It probably would. Like they probably do get a return. But for example, in a situation like Larry Elder, you're paying him $100,000 a month. You're paying him $1.2 million a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is he going to do that's going to bring YREFY back $100,000 a month? Like if they're paying him $100,000, You assume they're doing it for a profit. So they have to be getting a couple $100,000 back. Otherwise, but we don't see any evidence of that.
And the two, like, I think there was only 2 people named in the lawsuit, and Larry Elder was named. But if they wanted to continue this lawsuit, they would have to name all the media personalities. So they settled instead, because that would have opened up,
They would have to, they would allow discovery, right?
Yeah.
Because then they would have to name everybody they've done. And I even got the court document in front of me, right? So because they settled, they didn't even have to name the 2 people that they listed as personality 1, personality 2. But we found another document which gave the numbers that was paid to certain individuals, and it matches. We matched the numbers, so we were able to figure out who the actual person was that they paid out to, and that's how we know Larry Elder is one of the big ones getting $100,000 a month.
Damn, $100,000 a month. So let me read this other one. It was too big to put on the screen. So it says, worse still, the amount paid to individual media personalities. One personality received $746,000 on top of ad buys to pitch YREFY's investment opportunity. To date, Massachusetts records indicate that YREFY paid 17 particular TV personalities. Concerns over underwriting and misrepresentation. During our investigation into the viability of YREFY's business model, I received an email from Lane.
That's the guy from that event that day in Utah. The guy that was taking the picture of Charlie, Lane Schwamberger.
Okay, managing partner and chief investment officer from September 2024 in on it. And he stated in a YouTube video, I outline the advantages on loans we make to our borrowers. So think about that. I outline the advantages on the loans we make to our borrowers.
The averages. I outlined the averages.
Yeah, the averages. Okay, to our borrowers. The interest advantage. The interest averages about 3.9% with average terms of 8.6 years. Think about that. 8.6 years.
And
that's 8.6 years of interest also.
Yes. And if they're allowing that time, then it's not an immediate return on their money, right? They have to wait now, right?
Right. And that's a bigger issue. So yes, it is really, really bad. And if I go a little farther down, it says later correspondents confirmed that 90% of investors chose the 5-year note, which pays 10.25% annually. This raises a critical question. How can YREFY LLC pay 90% of their investors 10.25%, cover overhead, including salaries, and the influencer money that they're giving out, which is over $1 million, because one of them got 746 alone out of the 17, including salaries, and fund 17 media personalities, when the maximum interest income from its loan portfolio is capped at 5.19%. Even if this average interest income were to double, the company could not cash flow. And that's the biggest issue, like y'all are saying. So the thing that I see on the back end is Turning Point USA.
Yes. And
it's that, and that's possibly, because I don't want to get sued.
Me either.
Something having to do with money laundering. Possibly. It's just my opinion. I don't know.
And allegedly, we're kind of sort of thinking the same thing. Because out of some of the documents we just read, it looks like they do need to pursue donors. Well, this is very similar to what TPUSA needs. They cannot survive without the donors. These people are now a sponsor of Turning Point USA, right? They are now going out and getting donors. Right? Now, allegedly,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
If you were a donor that say dropped $2 million to Turning Point, and now say you wanted to drop them another $2 million, but you didn't want it to show up on Turning Point's books, right? You can give it to YREFY, and then they can now give it to Turning Point, and now there's 6 degrees separation. Your money still gets to where it wants to go.
And it's legal.
It's legal,
It's
and your
legal.
name's not attached to it.
Yeah.
So this would allegedly allow donors to hide investments going into Turning Point, allegedly.
Yes.
All allegedly.
Shout out to Girl Friday on a Tuesday. Mr. Let Go, I sent you a short clip on Patreon of Charlie being asked about college loans. He's a real jerk about it too. I got to check that out. Thank you for saying that, Girl Friday on Tuesday, and thank you for the super chat.
Friday on Tuesday.
That is a thing, y'all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I've touched on a couple things having to do with Charlie Kirk doing weird shit, you know? So I'm looking at it right now. So let me see if I can play it. Hold on. Let me see. All right. So thank you so much for sending me this. So let me share my screen. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to share my screen. All right, so here we go. All right, let me know if y'all can see this on my screen. Hold on, I gotta bring this down. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta see this. This is crazy. Remove and then do this. I gotta reshare my screen. All right, looks like we got Charlie Kirk right where we want his ass, because a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but Charlie Kirk has a lot to do with a lot of this felonious. This felonious, is that the word? All right, so all right, check this out.
The U.S. and California government should pay.
Well, what do you mean by
everyone.
the government? You mean taxpayers?
Yes, I mean taxpayers.
Oh, so someone else should pay for your school.
Yes, that.
Y'all can hear that, right?
Yes, we can hear it. Yep.
All right, let me play it back
The
up.
U.S. and California government should pay.
Well, what do you mean
for
by
everyone.
the government? You mean taxpayers?
Yes, I mean taxpayers.
Oh, so someone else should pay for your school.
Yes, that's how taxes work.
Yeah. I just find it funny, like the entitlement that you want somebody else to like pay for your schooling or your
That
education.
is how taxes work. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I reject that fundamentally. Like, invest in yourself.
A lot of money is hoarded within rich people and companies, the top 1% of people, because they would still be rich. Like, what's the difference between someone who has 100 million and 200 million for like their lifestyle?
It's a big difference when you talk to an entrepreneur that's willing to like give up his entire life to go to take risks to change the world.
What's the difference in lifestyle? What's the difference in how you live?
This is how I know that you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, is that if you feel the government is going to take more than half of what you earn, it disincentivizes risk taking. This is why America has been the place where we have still, and we're losing the edge, the greatest innovations, the greatest breakthroughs, the most incredible companies.
Okay, but can I cut you off
But
there?
so let me just answer the question. Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark have a 55 to 60% tax rate at the top level. Can you name a single billionaire, entrepreneur, or big company from those 4 countries?
No, because I'm American.
You know who can name plenty of American companies? They can. Whether it be Tesla, SpaceX, Apple. We have the greatest and best companies because we're losing this. There is still this idea that if you take big risks in this country, you can get a payoff.
So
Atlanta police are searching tonight.
And behind that banner, there's no YREFY behind that
The
banner.
U.S. and California government should
Hold on,
pay.
hold on.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Hold on, say it again. Oh, there's no
Behind-
banner. Yeah.
Behind the banner, there's no YREFY. So this video was before YREFY was involved.
Yeah.
So this was his belief system before YREFY. So let me play this again.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I reject that fundamentally. Like, invest in yourself.
A lot of money is hoarded within rich people and companies, the top 1% of.
See, now he becomes one of the rich people that is hoarding money. See, this is beforehand.
Reject that fundamental.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
For your schooling or your
Here it is. Let's see. I want to back this up.
Yes, that's how taxes work.
Yeah. I just find it funny, like the entitlement that you want somebody else to like pay for your schooling or your
That
education.
is how taxes work. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I reject that fundamentally. Like, invest in yourself.
A lot of money is hoarded within rich people and companies, the top 1% of people because they would still be rich. Like, what's the difference between someone who has 100 million and 200 million for like their lifestyle?
It's a big difference when you talk to an entrepreneur that's willing to like give up his entire life to go to take risks to change the world.
So right there, I actually agree with Charlie Kirk because what the young man is essentially saying is, why don't these people with hundreds of millions of dollars, put the money back into students or give us free student loans and let us, do everything for free. Now, from a man's standpoint, we just like, no, because as a man, I don't want anybody to give me anything for free. So I got to earn it, So, and Charlie said, as an entrepreneur, I look at it just me as a man, whether I got a job or whether I'm an entrepreneur, I'm still a man and I got to earn whatever it is I get. But is it any aspect of this that y'all disagree with what Charlie Kirk was saying?
No. I'm just looking at the backdrop and I don't see the sponsor. YREFY is not the sponsor of this event. You can even see the back. It's not a proper tent. It's just a little flimsy little TPUSA thing. This was probably in right here 2019, 2020 or something. Yeah.
I personally don't.
No, go ahead. I'm just trying to see if I can find it.
I personally don't have a problem with anything Charlie said there, and it's sort of in line with what a lot of people would say. Like, if you bust your butt and you work hard, right? You put in a sacrifice. You sacrificed your time. You might have sacrificed friendships, family, relationships, in order to achieve the greatness that you wanted. And to have somebody turn around and go, well, I just want you to cover my stuff. Well, that's not really great. It doesn't teach you to better yourself, to take a risk, to figure things out, to go through a learning curve. So honestly, I kind of agree with Charlie there. And that's what makes this partnership with YREFY more confusing.
And that's what I was about to say. So if Charlie Kirk has this mindset about get it on your own, earn it, earn your keep, right? Why in the world would he do a commercial for a company that is literally trying to bail out people who can't pay their student loans back? Because at the end of the day, if you are telling people, be a man, fix it, figure it out yourself, be an entrepreneur, or have the spirit, why in the world are you working with a company that is bailing people out, possibly in an illegal fashion, or I would say in an unethical fashion? Because if I can't pay this, why are you going to put me in a position where I can't pay you either?
Yeah. And like, how are you in a financial position to do that, to risk loss after loss after loss? There's already a track record of it being a loss, because, this isn't for top tier students who are absolutely amazing. This is for people that are in default. So it's like, that logic, there's a logic gap that I'm just not understanding.
I think there's a side of it where they're like, okay, like from a money laundering standpoint, we get a lot of these people who can't pay their student loans back, right? And then you help them, and then they take this list of people that have proven that they can't pay their student loans back, and they go as a package to the government. And you already know Turning Point USA works with the government, and then they go with this package of saying, I don't know, 800 students that can't pay their student loans back, and then they go to the government for forgiveness, and they give that whole package of people student loans, and they give them, put them in a position where the whole package gets forgiven, and they don't have to pay the student loans back at all. But the students is still stuck paying YREFY back something that they went and got forgiven.
Yeah, exactly.
And that might be where the money came from. So let me slow it down for the people in the chat. YREFY possibly is getting people that can't get their loans forgiven. They're about to go in default, right? You put them in a position, you don't pay them anything. You just take the loan away from them, right? So there's no money being spent yet. So they can't pay their student loans. Give me the student loan. Now we have a package of 800 to 5,000 people that can't pay their student loans, right? You go to whoever it is in the government that says, hey, they can't pay these damn student loans back. And I know you and you know me. Let's work something out. They forgive the student loans, boom, behind closed doors, right? And now YREFY doesn't have to pay anybody back. And in perpetuity for 8 years, according to what we read, the student still has to pay YREFY this certain amount of money.
Yep. And you can even take it one step further, like to what you were just saying. If that's what happens, then YREFY technically is bringing them clients so they can throw them a kickback.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's how that works. Like you said, that can just be a deal made between them and the other individual who's running the forgiveness. And now it could just be like literally a transaction done mouth to mouth. Here, I'll cover this. I'll give you this. All right, done. And then, like you said, then it continues on for the years.
Yeah, and this way they have the money to pay their investors this 10.25% back per year, I think they said.
Yeah, like there has to be some angle that isn't being maybe publicly accessible. Otherwise, like, you know, as we've been talking, like there's a gap here somewhere. Right. Yeah. And we're looking for it. It's just like, how can this company do what it's doing and still have employees and make profit
and give employees benefits? They get full benefits. They have a lot of employees and they pay them $90K a year. So how is this happening? And the company's new. And remember the timeline when I came on your show a long time ago? We got the timeline of Mikey and the pastors. It all started when Erika met Charlie. Right? Erika met Charlie, 2019. Then 2020, Rob McCoy. Then Jack Hibbs, 2021. Then Mikey McCoy became June 6th, became chief of staff. And then YREFY. It's like boom, 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 boom.
There's an interesting timeline of acquisitions either made by Charlie or Turning Point or part of his staff. I guess that might have even been maybe Tyler at that time, right?
Yeah.
So there's a timeline of a very quick acceleration of getting certain people, certain investors, and certain people in position. And seeing how that played out a couple years down the road, you can't help but think there was some foreshadowing. Like these certain people got positioned, these certain companies are now involved with these certain individuals that were never involved before, and now they're into everything heavily, physically, financially, and it's very unusual, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it's absolutely sinister, but
and I'm wondering if the
interesting.
Doge audit that he wanted to do on September 2nd, Charlie, I'm wondering if this is what it's all about.
This could have been part of it. This could have been part of it.
That's where my brain is going, and no one has said it yet. Does it? Thank you. Does it have anything to do
with the Doge audit?
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, think about if
he didn't know where the money was coming and going from. He didn't know.
Yeah, just think about if YREFY systematically has a way of getting the government to forgive all these people's student loans back.
Yeah.
But the students don't know that they got the loan forgiven. So they're funneling all this money per month from the students, and it's just going straight in their pockets.
Yeah.
Darn, dude, you just blew my mind as saying that, Aaron. So before this happened, during the Biden administration, just before Trump became president, they were pushing for student loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
And it got denied.
Yes.
Got denied.
Now, tie that into what you were just saying.
Yeah.
Was there an actual reason that wasn't disclosed why that was denied?
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't denied. It was just denied to the public.
Yes. It was denied on paper, allegedly. Denied on paper, allegedly.
It's YREFY loan forgiveness and not student loan forgiveness. And now there's they found a way to circumvent. Like, if you just think about this, millions of people get student loans, right? And they don't get their loan forgiven. Imagine if they found out that all of their loans were forgiven. It'd be millions or, thousands of students like, yo, my loan was forgiven. This loan number, 2346, that's my loan. How in the world are you still taking my money and it was forgiven? I have a loan number. My name is on that loan and I just found out it got forgiven. So why are you still charging me money? YREFY?
And imagine finding that at the end of the term. Say your debt was $100K, bro. Yeah. And then you find that out in the last few minutes, and say you actually worked hard, busted your butt, and you actually paid that back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the difference that would have made to your life and your lifestyle or your family's life if you didn't have to throw that out.
It's on your credit, and it's giving you bad credit. Man, it's so many different things.
Yes.
Yeah, it's another rabbit hole that I just found out, and I'm going down it. That's why I was just like, we should talk about this. It should be talked about it. I don't want to like say anything bad about YREFY, but things are not adding up.
There's some information gaps that need to be just explained maybe a bit better.
Yeah.
We also found out they bought a couple small planes through their LLC.
It's another one I forgot to. Yeah.
What?
They got not like anything that like Turning Point's using. They're like Cessnas, right? But they bought those. They bought a couple of small planes.
Yeah.
And one of our research partners, Wisha Birchwood, she found those LLC filings and sent them to us that we showed on our show. That's just another thing. Another way you're burning money, right? You're buying small planes, right? What are these for the executives to fly to work in? Like, what's going on here, man?
And it's under Lane Schwamberger. Like
Lane Schwamberger. Okay.
It's under his name, bro.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
And I just want to say this. Everybody in the chat, y'all drop heart emojis for Chris and Allie. This is the reason why yesterday I was like, let's go live. I didn't even have a whole show together, but I missed going live with these two where I was just like, let's just go live. And we'll just figure it out when we get here. We weren't even talking about YREFY until like 10 minutes before the show started.
We were gonna do the Erika AI video. I don't know what we were doing. Yeah.
I was just like, let's just go live. Because I already knew once we get in here and get together, and we put together this gumbo, it's going to turn into a good show.
It's like researching on the spot. I love it.
On the spot. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
but I sent you the plane and the LLC for
you sent me this woman
plane that they have. Hold on. And there's just probably one more document with his name saying it's his plane. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird, man. Like, we were prepping for this YREFY show we did, and then all this Erika stuff happened, and then we realized like this is like actually kind of linked, and it was just fluke how it happened. It was just fluke, dude.
1000%. So let's go a little farther. While you look for that, Allie, let me add this back to the stage. So this is the documents that you sent. So right here, what is this? Because this is about Victor Marks.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, Ken Harrison is the president of Waterstone, and that's the company that just bought out Salem Media and Salem Radio.
Salem Media was running the Charlie Kirk show, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was before Charlie Kirk died. So Salem Media ran or was a sponsor of or owned, however you want to look at it, the Charlie Kirk show while Charlie Kirk was alive. So Salem Media was around when Charlie Kirk was alive. All right. So it says yesterday we had Ken Harrison, my friend and fellow Marine, is always a military. He probably a pastor too, military pastor possibly, and fellow Marine out to our new and development VM leadership training center for a little range therapy and with the AR-15s. So they was going out on a gun range. Ken is the chairman and CEO of Promise Keepers, That's something we need to pay attention to.
Yep.
His mission is to provide executive leadership and strategic direction to the ministry and to inspire men to be bold, humble, blah, 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 blah. Check out the promise. Hold on, let's go a little farther because there's another one attached to this.
Yeah.
And that's what Victor Marx said. So
yeah, that's from Victor Marx. He posted that. Like that's from him.
Posted that. And Victor Marx is running around trying to tell people that he's this murderer person or something. It's weird. So Ken Harrison is the chief executive officer of Waterstone, which gives away about $5 million every week. Oh, wow. I want $5 million. Give me $5 million every week is crazy. Damn. Can you imagine to support the kingdom impact after graduating from the Marine Corps, from Marine Corps officer candidate school, and then serving as a Los Angeles police officer? He was a police officer and he got $5 million to give away every week? Kent built the largest independent real estate valuation firm in the United States in 2026. He sold the majority interest to Colliers International, the second largest commercial.
That's crazy.
Colliers International had the money and they gave it to him. What did they get back? The second largest commercial real estate company in the world, staying on as CEO. So he stayed on as CEO of the U.S. Valuation and Chair International Valuation.
So was Ken in charge of the largest firm, and then he sold it out for what I guess is an undisclosed reason in this article? We'll have to look at that.
Yeah,
the second largest company,
and then now he stayed on as CEO. That's super weird. And now he's giving away $5 million a week at the strip club.
That almost he has to put those girls through. Got to put those girls through university, right?
Oh my God.
I guess they won't have student loans, so I guess they're doing them a solid.
Yeah.
But that's just weird. So so he had the number one company. I almost wonder if this was some kind of merger or takeover. So he had that company, and then he stayed on the board as he sold his company to the second largest company, and now he's still a part of that.
Yeah, and then we got this. President Trump granted he loves pardoning people.
Yeah.
President Trump granted a full and unconditional pardon to former reality TV stars Ted and Julie
Chrisley.
Yeah.
Chrisley. Who is that?
That's the girl. That is they had a TV show, like a series, the Chrisley show, husband and wife or whatever. I don't know if they're real estate. I can't remember what the show was about, but the girl that you showed in the beginning, that clip, that's their daughter. She was at her event, and she is sponsoring YREFY. That's why I wanted to show you that, and her parents. They're well off, and
so that was that very first clip you showed of that
Yeah.
blonde girl, Savannah, right?
That's her parents. Yeah.
The girl that is currently on a tropical vacation. And that is because I have started chipping away at all of my debt. Debt, not fun. Adulting, not fun. Don't think it's really for me, if I'm being honest. So if someone would like to take that card from me, I'm happy to give it to you. But I actually have partnered with a really awesome company called YREFY. And for those of you that have student loan debt, first off, I've said it should be illegal from day one. We should not be penalized for getting higher education. But if you do have...
You're not getting penalized for having higher education, lady. You're getting penalized for asking for some money and not paying the shit back.
A private defaulted student loan, YREFY actually helps you to refinance it for less than 6%. So let's build that credit up. There's nothing hotter than good credit. So let's build that credit up.
Well, she's kind of right.
Nothing hotter.
There's nothing hotter than good credit. You could be a beautiful woman, but if you're a beautiful woman with good credit, you're definitely hotter. I'm not gonna lie. She has a point on that. She has a point on that.
That's true. Actually, I think it's more. Actually, I think it is attractive if a woman's got great credit and she's her own boss girl. That's attractive to me. I'm like, right on.
Yeah,
right
for
on.
sure. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Charlie Kirk, and then we'll finish what we were talking about earlier.
I appoint
and I sent you the
Benjamin
claim
Net in
information.
Yahoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to prove to you that everything that Turning Point USA is trying to put out is literally AI, because somebody on X literally put together this hilarious bit to show that Charlie Kirk can be told to say anything with AI. So watch this.
I appoint Benjamin Net in Yahoo to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. BB would do a great job.
I appoint Jeffrey Epstein to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Jeff would do a great job.
So as you can see, his lips are working and everything pause is in sync with the wording or whatever. And this is AI.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
But like I said, you have many people diving into this video, and you had this one chick right here that said she posted this on TikTok and it got banned because TikTok does not allow AI videos of real political figures.
Okay, so they put that Charlie Kirk video out, right? And I posted the video I posted on Twitter about how it's AI, and I pointed out the inconsistencies with the eyes, the ears, the teeth missing, the fingers missing in that like 2-second clip. I exposed it. Like, clearly it's AI.
So if she had good credit, like she would be so hot. She's already hot, but she'll be hotter. You know what I'm saying? She had good credit.
And you want to know how else you know it's AI? Because I got that video taken down.
I should hire her.
Right. Those pretty eyes, and she got good credit. Oh my God.
Off of TikTok for being AI of a public figure. So the TikTok algorithm picked up that the video they posted as Charlie Kirk saying he appointed his wife as CEO, they said that video is AI.
And real quick, everybody right now, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to hit the hype button. If you're enjoying this show, share this video with somebody, hit the like button and hit the hype button. I keep forgetting to tell people to hit the hype button. There's a hype button under, is right next to the like button. So hit the hype and then hit the like and then hit the share button. Hit all three buttons, not at the same time, because I don't know what'll happen if you hit them all at the same time, but hit the hype, share, and like button right now. Let's go.
So she made a video exposing that it's AI, and TikTok picked it up as AI and took it down because they don't allow political figures being manipulated as AI content.
So this is what they're saying is the AI is coming from the hand, the lips, and the microphone.
That donors who were present in Aspen assert that the audio, which was shared by Turning Point USA, of Charlie saying, I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA. If something happens to me, she'll do a great job, was faked. This is what they are saying. I'm reporting that. They are saying that that was faked. It never happened. Charlie never said that. And Turning Point, for some reason, is refusing to drop the video of that moment saying this, of Charlie saying this. They're also refusing to even respond authoritatively. They could simply respond and assert that it absolutely was not faked and that the donors are lying. Their donors are lying. Big donors are lying. That feels a little bit suspicious to me. In fact, Blake has specifically expressed concern, you will recall, that if they do drop it, people will say it's AI. Wow, that's an oddly specific concern that you have about dropping this video. And I got to tell you, the more I listen to it, the more AI it sounds to me.
And it's important to remember that happiness comes and goes. It is so fleeting, but the joy of the Lord withstands all.
First round.
Yeah. Yay.
For that lady.
That lady is a champ. She just screamed out, well, all of us have been thinking for this entire year since Charlie passed. You've been covering it like crazy, Aaron.
Yeah.
Like you've been exposing these rats, these dirty people. God bless that woman.
Yeah.
Brave. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to that woman. I would love to interview that woman. So if anybody watching, if they know who that woman is, let that woman know. I would love to have a conversation with her, simply to just give her flowers for calling this piece of crap woman out. So shout out to her. Does anybody in the chat know who she is?
It's important to remember that happiness comes and goes, and I pray that you find it. Happiness comes and goes, and I pray that you find it.
So they're actually clapping for the woman that called Erika Kirk out.
I thought they were clapping for Erika.
Huh?
I thought they were clapping. No, they were clapping for Erika.
No.
The way Erika responded.
No, they're clapping for that woman.
You want them to, right? Yeah, you want.
Yeah.
You're changing the narrative.
I'm changing the narrative. Yes.
Did you hear what she said?
I have.
Though? As she was getting, she actually upped the ante. So in the first clip, she screams out Erika's name, right? Now, in that last clip you just played, that's from the Un-F America tour. Listen to what she says as she gets close to the door. She doesn't say Erika again. She says
let's see.
turning point.
Oh, okay. So they're clapping for her. Yep.
Turning Point USA.
Turning Point USA.
Protect.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she upped the ante on that second
When
one
she
as
was
she was
leaving.
getting taken out, dude.
Like
Yes.
I'm giving her like massive clapping for the next one when she was leaving.
So y'all look at this. I wanted to do a separate video about this, but I'm not sure if it's true. And I don't recognize this woman, so I don't just want to just put some out. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
Erika Kirk, Ellen DeGeneres. If you know the story and the background of Ellen, I did a video about her before, but being with her alone is already suspicious in itself. And who do we have there in the back? Is that Jeffrey?
Do y'all see Jeffrey is there with Erika Kirk and Ellen DeGeneres? Like anybody in the chat or Allie or Chris, have y'all seen this or heard of this?
I haven't.
I think I've seen this video, but I don't think that's Erika. I don't think that's Erika.
Because I'm thinking like this can't be true. Like, because I'm
doesn't
like,
look like her, or
it doesn't look like Erika. So I'm like, I'm up here like, so like,
no,
Allie, you already know. I don't like to just jump out there and start talking about something. So I'm like, I don't know if this is true. So yeah, I don't think that's her.
No.
Yeah, it is. So you guys tell me what you think is going on here. What could this possibly be about? Because if you ask me, yeah, it looks like she's recruiting.
It's breaking. The secret footage released by TPUSA and Erika Kirk claiming Charlie named her as his successor before the assassination has been community noted for being fake and edited. And here's the community note. This clip is from Charlie Kirk's public opening remarks at ArtCon 2023, not a private Aspen event. Erika Kirk is not mentioned in the episode. Full title, Building the Machine for Victory. My opening remarks at ArtCon 2023, July 21st of 2023. Everything about Erika Kirk and Charlie Kirk and the assassination, all of it's fake and gay. And you gotta give a hand and give credit to the real patriots, because I'm watching this video of like how many people at this thing, maybe 150 people. Like the Erika Kirk has trouble pulling a crowd of literally like 150 people and at an event. And most of the people there are probably like this young lady who are just there, just like, what the fuck is this? It has to be a free ticket. I guarantee you nobody paid for it. And a vast majority of people in that room are probably the Turning Point Hype Squad. These are all the people that are getting paid by Turning Point, because Erika Kirk can't even fill a room. Everything about the woman is fake. Everything about Turning Point that Charlie built, the organization that it was supposed to be, the thing that it was supposed to represent, they've torn it apart. They've destroyed it. It's that fucking comical. At this point, they are faking chapters. Everything about the organization is fake and gay. Yeah. They have completely subverted, hostile takeover complete, organization destroyed. It'll never be what it once was. God bless Charlie Kirk. Unfortunately, his wife has destroyed his organization.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from? This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Charlie Kirk, unfortunately, his wife has destroyed his organization. I was wondering if Tim Pool is going to hit me up, and if he wants me to write the apology letter, I got you, homie. Well, I could start off a little something like, Candace, you are the supreme leader of the internet. You are the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the top investigative journalist. I should never have questioned your supreme leadership or your authority. I now humbly bend my knee and bow down like the little Israeli bitch that I truly was.
Oh, did y'all hear that Tim Pool is giving up and he's about to just go away?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
I've seen a video. He said it's not financial. It's just that he is doing, like, I think he does a show every day, and he has 30 employees, and he said his employees are getting burnt out, and so is he. And it just doesn't make financial sense to keep putting his 30 employees through this work week of doing these shows. It's just not worth it. He said, but it's not a money thing. It's just, he's like, according to him, he said this about his own employees. He said he said about half of my employees are lazy, and I'm tired of getting on my employees, fussing with my employees, holding my employees accountable, and I'd rather just end the show and just. So Tim Pool is famous for lying. He's famous for lying and saying, you know what, because of this, we're ending the show and we're never going to do this. This. So he may be lying, but I don't think he's lying. Because like even with what we do, it's a lot of work. Do you agree?
Yeah. It's a ton of work. It's a ton of work that goes on.
And
it's a lot of work.
And it's just you, right? It's not like you have a team.
Yeah.
Right?
So just imagine having 30 people, and 15 of the 30 people are coming to work late, not doing what they're supposed to do. You got to sit here and get on that person, or either your person that's supposed to get on that person isn't getting on that person. So you got to get on the person that's supposed to be getting on the other 15 lazy ass people. And you get sick of just dealing with all these damn people just dragging their feet. Just coming to work just to come to work. And you are a millionaire, because Tim Pool is a millionaire. And you're like, I ain't got to do this shit. And you got the Candace Owens of the world. You got the Barons of the world getting 7 times more views than you. And they're just doing it themselves. I think Candace is just like 3 people in her basement, and Baron is just him and his assistant, and he has 30 damn people, and he can't keep up with these damn people that is, just getting more notoriety than him. He's just like, you know what, forget it. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
I honestly think he has an issue with management within his own show and company. Like, we even mentioned that a little bit at the beginning of the stream, how we thought that YREFY potentially may have just not been managing their money as well as they could. So I think Tim has a situation. It's not cash related, but it's employee related. Like, I don't get it. You have 15 people that come in and are being lazy. Fire them.
Yeah.
Get some new people. You're a millionaire.
Well, think about this. This is a daily show. Think about bringing in 15 new people that now have to be trained on this thing that is moving. It ain't like they're doing this like every week or whatever, and they have time. When do you train these people on what the everyday works of this company that these new people don't even know Tim Pool?
Yeah, what I would do is, just to touch on that point, I 100% agree with you. You can't just sit there, white 15 people, bring in 15 newbies, and expect to run your show.
Yeah.
But to me, that's a cop-out excuse that Tim Pool's giving. because you could have literally last year fired 2 people, brought in 2 people. Now work with those 2 people, get them up to speed. Now they're up to speed, fire another person, bring in another person.
Yeah.
The guys had time, man. Instead of making up excuses like that wasn't even proven, like, oh, my house got shot up, like you said, he's a liar.
Yeah.
That was never ever proven. Instead of manufacturing crap like that, how about you work on your own show?
Yeah, it sounds like he uses victimization in order to get somebody to watch him. You know, he starts whining and crying like a victim. Like, you know what? Since y'all won't watch my show, I'll just go away. No, don't go away. We'll watch your show. Kind of like that. So I don't know.
Maybe he's doing that. Maybe that's all an act.
Like I've always had a weird vibe from him, and it's just like you focus way too much on other people, man. Just do your own thing. If you got a problem internally, deal with it. You don't need to air it out like that. Just deal with it. Deal with it in a way that allows your machine that you've built to keep moving, right? Like if you had 2 employees, Aaron, and one wasn't working out, right? You would look for somebody to replace them. You'd can the guy, you'd bring him in, and then you talk to your main employee, and you'd be like, hey, I need this guy to do this. Bring him up to speed. Any problems, let me know. You wouldn't sit there and drag out suffering for months and then go, oh, we're burnt out. Well, of course you are. You did it to yourself, in my opinion.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And to be honest with you, it is a lot of work, especially to do this every day. You know, Candace goes live Monday through Thursday or Monday through Wednesday. I think Monday through Thursday. And I'm quite sure she spends all weekend putting together those 4 shows, you know?
Yeah.
And with me, I don't want to spend so much time and so much energy where I can't do other things because I'm just researching. So with me, I can't do this every day, or either the show is just going to suck because I'm going to run out of stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. I choose not to just be integrated in all this Charlie Kirk, Erika Kirk, every single day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, shout out to the people that do it, but I don't want it to be my entire life. I have a life outside of this, so I can see how Tim Pool, who is a millionaire, and I'm not a millionaire, so I could become a millionaire if I do what Tim Pool is doing. Yeah. I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you know, his content, like, he does do some good research. Like, I have watched some of his shows. But when it comes to this whole Charlie Kirk thing, it's just a lot of directional rage. In my humble opinion, like, I don't know the guy, never had a conversation with the guy or anything. But like whenever I tune in his show, he's angry, he's irate, he's losing his mind. And when he has guests on, some of them don't even like look like they know how they should be responding to his rants.
Right.
You know
and they
what
don't
I mean?
agree with him. And they just like, bro, like, what is you doing? Like that, what you just said don't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like, having seen his show a couple times, I get why there's some stress and complication on the show. I get how people can get burned out. But if it's your show and you're running the show, at some point you got to wonder what's causing this and look inwards at yourself. Am I driving these problems? Like, is this is this the way I'm running my business? Is that what's causing the problem?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
and his studio is a skate park.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I don't really follow him much.
Like, the window behind it is his skate park, and he skates in the skate park, like he said, every day. So so his whole thing costs a lot of money. So I see, I just don't want to do all that because it puts you in a position where, see, I don't I never want to be the slave of my own brand. You know, that's why I have, you know, my card games. Me and Danks are, you know, putting together an app. So all of my card games are going to be on the app, and that's going to be put me in a position where the app is going to run itself instead of, you know, me. So I could just market the app. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like using products or whatever to pay my bills or to, you know, run the company instead of it only being me. It's me, but it's not only me. You know what I'm saying? Because my card games sell whether I go live or not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the position you want to be in. You don't want to be micromanaging everything. You don't want to have to do that. That's annoying. Like if that's the point where you are in your business, in my opinion, your business is struggling.
Yes.
And you need, because the whole point of running a business is to be more hands off, to be more behind the scenes and counting the checks.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to be up everybody's butt every day. And if if you're doing that, then maybe you got to change the way you're doing your business.
Yeah. And another side of this is just chasing views. Like it affects your ego also. So say you getting 10,000 views, like, a lot of views, right? And then next month, for whatever reason, you're getting 1,000 views.
Yeah.
People are going to look at you like, oh man, nobody's watching your show anymore. Well, I got 1,000 people watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's an ego thing also. But with me, I don't chase views. I see this as an opportunity to get in front of my audience again, to talk about my card game, again, to talk about the other things that I have going. So I see this as free advertising and not, oh, I'm not getting enough views. I don't care about the views. I see this as another opportunity, because you know how much money people pay on Facebook ads to get in front of 1,000 people?
No,
I don't need to do that. I could just go live.
Yeah,
exactly. And you're promoting your own self, your own brand at your schedule, the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's a real proper way to do it, to be honest. And I don't understand people who chase views neither. Like Ali and I chase information.
Yeah.
And whether that gets
makes you money. And that's the thing. If that's the only thing that makes you money in your business model, you got to chase views.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, it'll come if it comes, right? I'm just doing this. It's a lot of work, but before all this, before I was even connecting the dots and sending my stuff to you, because you're the first one who answered me on Instagram. I was doing other things. I was helping with like murder cases and cold cases, and I was doing other things behind the scenes because I didn't want to be on camera. That's my whole thing. I didn't want to be. And yourself, Danks, Baron, Ian, Carol said you should put out your stuff. You should do it. You have so much content. What are you going to do with it? So that's why I started just the small YouTube thing, just to put out the information. So I also do, by the way, we're doing cold case. I love cold case files and missing people, and that's important. Like also the traffic lights. That's important to me too.
Yeah,
like
very important.
We've had conversations. That's why I like your channel so much, because you advocate for that. So,
and one of the only people who does it regularly and fearlessly. So, kudos to you, brother. Much respect for picking something that's very personal and very difficult. And again, not giving a shit about the views, just putting out the information and exposing people. Sometimes the information's what matters, So like, God bless you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
And like it was a rumor about Erika Kirk having a new boyfriend. I didn't want to talk about that, because what does that have to do with anything? Now, unless the boyfriend is on some trafficking, he's doing some YREFY type of stuff, and now this boyfriend is something to talk about because he's like scandalous or whatever, then I'll talk about it. But I'm not going online talking about, hey, guess what? Erika Kirk has a new boyfriend. I'm not doing that, because
you didn't do it either.
No, and it's not her boyfriend.
Do stuff just to do it, just because it might get me 40,000 views. I'm not doing that.
It's not her boyfriend. It's just like a +1 to bring to an event. That's what he was. Yeah.
Actually, our thought about that whole thing is that it was just a business transaction. So he got exposure for being Erika's +1 at the White House dinner and got to be seen with her. And we kind of think that she said, hey, I'll give you a little bit of exposure, hang out with me, and maybe you can give me a donation at Turning Point. That's pretty much all we think it is. See, like, people got to think about that too. She's chasing a billionaire. She's chasing a billionaire.
Yeah.
The president of the poker, right? The poker
thing.
thing.
If y'all think about it,
about money,
does a billionaire want her butt or want something else? Most likely something else. Like I said before, don't nobody want no damn Erika Kirk. She looks like a boy. We all seen Erika Kirk in a bikini. She looks like a boy. Nobody wants that ass. They want Turning Point USA. You know, they want to work with Turning Point USA. They want their name somewhere and then Turning Point USA. Well, before it crashes and burns. So all this, she has a boyfriend, like is crazy. Like nobody wants Erika Kirk.
But you know, they do this in Hollywood all the time. You'll see somebody with somebody as a +1. And I've said this to Chris. I'm like, so then they're seen together. So then they're in the news.
Yes.
So now Blake Wynn is in the news. And what was his father again?
Oh, his father
related to Trump in some way, right?
Wynn, it's the casino, Wynn Casino.
Yeah. Didn't he have something happen? Wasn't there some kind of sketchy shit?
With his dad, yeah.
With his dad,
we did a little bit about his dad on an episode, but I don't remember.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but like, you know, Blake himself wasn't a high profile person. Sure, he's a billionaire. He's got connections, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But did anyone know his name before that came out?
Nope.
No one knew who the heck the guy was, but they know now because he was seen with Erika Kirk. Now, everybody knows that guy's name, and they've been talking about him for 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure that helped his company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the same reason why I want to date Meg Thee Stallion. I don't want Meg Thee Stallion for her body. No, I just want to be seen with Meg Thee Stallion. Like,
watch how quickly your channel's got 2 million subs, bro.
But I would 1000% want her for her body and the things that will come with. But yeah, but Erika Kirk, no, that's a different story. So shout out to Super Chat. Mountain Star Studios, many examples of predatory exorbitant usury rates. Oh, they're talking about YREFY. Yeah, predatory, exorbitant, And shout out to Elizabeth, just making sure everyone noticed the 3 or 4 women who asked the audience to sign over their wills. Husbands are dead. Thank you guys for the truth. Wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah. So one thing that Turning Point has been doing is there a lot.
Oh yes, I was in the her thing.
Yes.
Yep.
What they're doing now is they're allowing people, right, to put a Turning Point in their wills. So if you're dying and you got no family, I swear to God, bro, if say you have no family left, you're 90 years old, you got like 300K and you don't know who to give it to, they have an option now where you can now put the Turning Point in your will.
It was at the event this weekend where Erika was. Yeah. I didn't send you that video. Yeah.
Like that's messed up, dude. Like the fact that they're even saying that's an option, that to me is messed up. Like, especially with everything that's happened in like the last 8 to 10 months, right? It's like, I'm not giving you a penny, let alone my inheritance or signing my will over to you. Like,
exactly.
Man, I got nieces and nephews that I'd rather give the money to. I'd rather give the money to Allie's daughter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not signing it over to Turning Point. You know what I mean? But that's what that
and
super
this was
chat
in a
was.
video. This was in like a promo video at the her event. People are asking, like, where's the proof of that? It was in a promo video. I forgot the elderly lady's name, but she said, I will put Turning Point in my will. I suggest a lot of you do that as well. It was like a promo, and they had this woman talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I'm sitting here looking for one of my phones, right? I got a phone right here. I got a phone right here. And
you can't find your other phone?
And I can't find my other phone. I'm like, where's my phone? But I got phones all over the place, but I need that phone. Yeah, this was good. And I want to 100% say I miss doing live streams with y'all. That's why I just jumped on. Let's do a live stream about it, because we haven't did a live stream together in what, 2 months?
It's been a minute, dude. So. It's been a minute. That's the first thing I said in my chat. It's like, we weren't planning to do this show, but we talked with Aaron, and I said it's been too long.
Too long. That's why I was just like, let's figure it out. We'll just fly the plane. We'll fix the plane as we fly it, because
the YREFY plane.
As long as it's not
YREFY plane, yeah. So yeah, but everybody in the chat, do y'all want to see more live streams with me, Allie, and Chris? Say yes or no in the chat because I love these two and we need to do more live streams together. And on top of that, they do great live streams on their channel, and make sure to subscribe to their channel. And the channel is Alley Top Files, right? YouTube channel, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So go follow their channel, Alley Top Files on YouTube. And everybody watching from her channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel, which is Mr. Let Go, MRLETGO. And this is how it all started. The Scooby-Doo chat. This is how it all started.
It did.
Yeah.
It started like that. And I was just sending you my stuff. I'm like, I cannot believe I watched your first video. Remember, I was laughing so hard.
Oh, man. She was dying so hard because you were breaking down the stuff that was happening around the tent. And it was Frank Turk. So I'm sitting there in the garage outside, and she's inside. And I just hear her dying laughing through the brick wall into the garage. And I come in and I'm like, "Are you okay? What you watching?" She's like, "I don't know. I found this Let Go guy and he's making me crack up." And I'm like, "All right, well, show me what made you laugh." And then he played it. And then she played it. And I was on the ground dying. I'm like, "Okay, rewind. Let's watch this episode." And that's how we found you and your channel.
Yeah, I was making fun of Frank Turek crawling around on the ground like a girl.
Twerking. You're like, wait a minute, you're not on your phone. You're not on your phone. What are you doing? You're on the floor, like you said. And I had Charlie was already gone.
Yeah.
Oh man, all those lies in the beginning.
Yeah.
Charlie was gone. Charlie did him whine about Charlie. Yeah.
I was covered in so much blood and I saw his eyes. It's like, bro, you were crawling around on the ground, and when you got up, you ran away.
Right.
Like what did you do? Call an Uber, go get some McDonald's for somebody? But you didn't.
Right. He literally scurried off like a bug. Yeah.
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 That was
fun. Yeah. So I hope y'all had as much fun as we had, because I always have fun with Chris and Allie. And we are out of here. Any last things that y'all want to share?
Not at all. Just thank you so much for having us on, Aaron. It's always fun. It was great to work with you again. My only thing is we can't make it so long next time. You know what I mean?
I know, right? I know.
Hey, that's a good time. It's only an hour and a half. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we just did an hour, 1:30 to 3 o'clock. Yeah. So yeah, it was a little longer. Usually it'd be like an hour or something like that. So yeah, I agree. We went a little too long. But yeah.
All right. Well, if everybody in our chat has not went over and subscribed and liked Aaron's channel, please do so.
Yes.
And thanks for having us on again, Aaron.
Yes. Thank
All right.
you. And we got
Talk to y'all later.
Yep. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like another light thought, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Speaking of the Scooby-Doo chat.
Let's go! Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Yeah, black or white, red or blue. We all stuck together like a gorilla super glue. Yo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Yo, black or white, red or blue. Yo, we all stuck together like gorilla super glue. Oh.